Hello there and congratulations, you have made it to the final video in why I believe I should be an effective board member for the next 2 years. And yes, it's only a board member position. But I believe the key to success actually should come from our board. It should come from the people supporting our organisation. And that's where I want the growth to be. Give it a purpose. Make it something not just about voting. Make it something about actually having a say, being properly involved, and having proper responsibility. Anyway, this video is I'm calling Sharing Best Practice. For me, it's one of the most fundamental parts of my entire manifesto, because we have so many great things happening in so many different clubs. For us to be an effective organisation, we need to make sure every club can tap in to the knowledge and the skills that other clubs have learnt from, to know what works, to know what doesn't work, and to be able to build success further. And I'm going to call all those fans that are involved, those presidents, those secretaries, those treasurers, I'm going to call them volunteers. Our international group, I think, has a responsibility to make sure that there is some kind of training. Now, I'm not suggesting here that we take people on courses on how to be a treasurer. For a start, it's going to be different in every different language, in every different culture. It's not effective. But there are places we can be effective in, to make sure presidents, before they even think about becoming their own club president, can access on our website exactly what is involved from our point of view of being a president, so they can understand and see how they would make that role their own as well, rather than having to learn the hard way after a couple of years of practice and frustration. We are blessed that our fan clubs are able often to get press for national selections or Eurovision itself. We need to showcase, hey, here's how it works, here's what to expect. A lot of the fan media nowadays develop themselves through being fan media at contests themselves. Like me. I'm blessed that I've been able to go to Eurovisions and be in the big press room and meet the big artists. My first experience was working as a Melody Festival Club and journalist in Amsterdam at Junior Eurovision 2012. It was my first way to get a chance of the experience. It was a wonderful one at that. I'm very happy that the fan club can provide these experiences, and we should make them really comfortable so people can get the best out of them, pass on the knowledge we have from fan cafes year on year, and develop that for the future. Resource packs are what I'm talking about. Building up data, building up information that we can pass on and improve year from year, continuously rewriting and reworking things to give the latest information. That's really key. We want to make sure whatever country wins a Eurovision, they can inherit all of the good ideas and knowledge and negotiations that every fan club previously had to work through. Banks of resources like this are vital, and it's something that the whole board must take a responsibility over. I'd probably go as far as say that somebody should be in charge of having those kind of discussions and negotiations. Somebody on the board, I feel, should have their role to be collecting and giving out our key information. I myself would really love to take on a role where I was able to develop and showcase what we were able to do. We should show off our talents much more through the network. what I'd love to do, and it may not be exactly this. I'll have to see how our board operates if I get elected. But I'd love to see us directly celebrate the best work of our members. I'd love us to have awards. In my head, I'm thinking that possibly at the OGAE fan night we have every Eurovision, we should have a small time, a few minutes, where our committee has met and we've taken nominations from all the member clubs to find out their most active members, to find out their best events, to find out which clubs we think have been the most successful, to find out a bit which online campaigns have worked best, to discuss which of the fan contest has been organised most successfully. We do this for some friendly fun, but we also do this so we can share the best of our network. And we do this to thank the people who've made it all possible. Because 7 people who are either board members or deputy board members, and even the 40-odd presidents we have nowadays, they don't make us effective. A group the size of us needs so many more hundreds of people who are active creating events, who are active sharing polls, who are active getting a vibrant Eurovision community. We can't thank them all. But if we can show thanks to some, they can spread that joy, spread that love, and they can continue for the future. And others can watch and learn and maybe find some new ideas, maybe tweak their own ways of working. That is what we should be doing. Our international group is not one about dictating. It's not one about saying what can and cannot be doing. But it should be one about developing. It should be one where it is able to showcase what fantastic things we do. To be able to sell them and tell the world which things we have done that have been so great. They have really made a difference and made the Eurovision community stronger. Doing that makes us better, makes our own events better, spreads the Eurovision love more, and also gets us treated way more seriously. Through my 5 videos, I've hoped to paint a picture of my vision for OGAE. It's quite a brave one. I've put quite a few things in which I've been quite frank about how I've said them. However, I believe them. I want to be on the board because I feel I have ideas that can make a difference. I want to be on the board because I care about being a Eurovision fan. And I want to be on the board because I really see an opportunity. I don't just want to write about it. I want to actually go and do it. I want to put my ideas into practice. And I feel I'll only be able to do that by having a seat at our fan club's top body, seeing how it works, and bringing about that change. Fire any questions you have to me. All my contact details are on the manifesto. Thank you very, very much. And I hope we have an excellent election coming up in May. Thank you very much.